Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Arms Trade Tycoon. Thanks. So in the first episode, we pretty much got the Mark 1 all taken care of. We got it designed, we put it through its testing at the Proving Grounds, we test drove it ourselves, and we have it currently manufacturing on the production hall. 30 of the bad boys will be done in about 3 months' time. We are golden, we are good to go, we are ready to get this tank factory underway. So let's go ahead and unpause. We'll speed up slightly. Okay, Holt and Hornsby tractors studied. The British Army is enacting a study of tractor design to direct future development of special interest to them are the Holt and Hornsby design. The former being powerful while the latter uses sophisticated tracks and differential systems. This news may be frustrating to one Sir David Roberts, engineer of the Hornsby Company, that already showcased them to the military on numerous occasions, only to be rebuffed by the Royal Artillery officers qualifying horses to be far superior in every condition. Okay, predicted balance. Low pass running gears have finished. Alright, we could grab this for a future upgrade to the Mark 1. Might not be a bad idea. We could improve the high pass running gear for a future upgrade to the Mark 1. That might not be such a bad idea either. I think I'm going to wait on the steel because, again, we're a tank company and we want to make money in our tanks. And while our buyers are going to want to have a tank that, well, has good steel and doesn't get destroyed, I, the manufacturer, don't really care because it's cheaper for me to make one that doesn't have as good of steel, so I can make more money off this situation. So we're going to ignore the RHA steel once again, and we're going to go with an upgrade to the Mark 1 that will possibly be less expensive. So the improved high pass running gear. Mobility. It's all about the mobility. Okay. And then back to the factory grounds. What did we just learn? We learned the whippet. We don't have the whippet hull yet, but we have the whippet tracks. Having the whippet tracks might allow us to make better high pass tracks right now, but we're researching high pass tracks, so I think we'll just wait for those high pass tracks to be finished before we start engineering a new breed of track. Yeah. I think I wasted time researching that whippet track at this point in time, but it's fine. Let's continue on. British Empire announces a new contract for 20 tanks. The British Empire's General Staff has issued a bid for new tanks and accompanying supply contracts to equip its army with. The Vanguard tank must meet strict requirements, and bidding companies are to offer around 20 to equip the 1st Battalion. Already designers and engineers scramble to present their project and be awarded the contract. A first tank contract was announced. Remember to submit your bid before the deadline in the contract center. You can put together your offer. Okay, I'm not going to go straight to it, as I want to know something, and that is when are my current 30 tanks done? We've done 3. 81 days left. So we've got 81 days to finish the entire run. It's currently... What does that mean? 09, is it the 9th month or is it the 9th day? Huh. Good question. Well, 81 is less than 3 months. Let's go to the contract. Contract deadline 10/6/1914. So I'm thinking that date up there is the 9th month and 5th day. Select tank design, Mark 1. Choose tank to offer. Okay. Well, do they like it? View competitors' offers. Buy insight. Oh, they've changed this up. This is actually good. I like the fact that they've 81,000 to be able to... So now I don't know if I'm going to win the contract or not. That is a very, very good change the devs have put in there. And at the same time it sucks because I have no idea what to charge for now. Success score. I want to be about 310 on the success score. That's what I'm gonna go for, is based off of success score. 11, 14, 10/6, and it's 9/5. I don't know if we're gonna be able to we're not gonna be able to manufacture all 30 by this time. We might be able to do 20. We have to do something to sweeten the deal, though. We're making life more difficult for ourselves. make it. Right, we're gonna put in a bid of 26,000, 20 tanks by $10. That's really soon. I think this is... We could hire more workers, I suppose, to try to get the tanks out faster. So So we just built the bare minimums Mark 1. We put it straight into the assembly line right away. We have 3 currently done. It's going to take 90 days to make all 30. So we're making about 1 tank over the course of 3 days. If we already have 3 done, that means we have another 17 to go, which is going to require 51 days. The contract deadline is 10/10, which is 35 days? No. We're gonna wait. We're gonna put in the application later on. We're gonna get closer to this contract deadline to put in our application. In the meantime, we're gonna ramp up the construction capacity somehow. Administration. We need more workers. Hire 60. We're employing new staff. Are you certain? Yes. Is there anything special we need to do to get those guys assigned? Of course there is. Alright, and then Back to administration. Can we hire some more guys? Available for hire 0. Okay, well, we'll unpause. We can't unpause in this screen? Doesn't seem like it. New resources have arrived. Check to see if there's more people to hire. Administration. Nope, nobody available to hire. Unpause. Pause it again, check for more people. Nope. We've made 9 so far. Okay, I think we're running out of time on the contract. Contract deadline 10/7. Application 11 days remaining. Okay. Approved high pass running gear, financial report. Alright, it's 10/1. We have 13 Mark 1s done with 39 days left for the whole run of 30 to finish. Alright, let's go back to the contract. Select our tank. Lowering the deadline just to 16 days from now isn't going to get us anywhere near where I want. Alright. When do we know everything's going to be done? Maybe we're looking at this in the wrong way. We know we will have everything done in 39 days. That is 11/10. So all 30 will be done on 11/10. And then we gotta leave time for shipping. Here, 30. $10, $11, $12. Give ourselves 15 days shipping time. How far do we have to drop the price to get reasonable success? $18,680 per unit. Is that a profit? Good question. It costs 15,000 just to make the tank. That's not counting resources, I'm assuming? Based on high resources price and salary level. No, that is actually an estimate including resource price. Alright, so we would be making a little bit of money on each tank. Not a lot, but there would still be some profit there. So if we just went with 20 tanks, which we don't have 20 tanks as of yet, the deadline would be 11/15. Can we make that deadline? What if we try to give ourselves an additional day or two? We have 13 done. I think we can pull this off. This will give us a little bit more money than trying to sell all 30 at a later deadline. Why doesn't it have the button? Okay, we're gonna submit that contract. We might not even win the contract. I think we will, though. Now we just gotta hope we can get all them manufactured in time. 11:15 was it? Metropolitan Carriage and Wagon has just completed a new design of the exploitation tank, codenamed Odysseus Mark I. Contract offer rejected by British Empire. British Empire High Command has today declared the winner of the previously announced supply contract. Unfortunately, one of your rival designs have been deemed better suited for the task than yours. The 1st Battalion is thus to be equipped with your competitor's tank model. I lost. Okay, not knowing what your competition is scoring is a huge change to how this game plays. Huge. And a problem. We might go bankrupt. New tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, the Daimler Motorin something has been completed. A new design of the rationalized tank, codename Fenrir. Expected fierce competition. Yes. Well, we have a problem, folks. Unless another tank. Colonel Estienne's appeal. French Colonel Jean-Baptiste Eugene Estienne has today made an official statement to the officers of his regiment. Gentlemen, victory will belong to the first nation able to put a 75mm gun onto an all-terrain vehicle. Colonel Estienne has already called for the rapid development and deployment of so-called gun-carrying caterpillars, and has also requested that France follow in Britain's footsteps, studying Holt as well as Hornsby's design. New tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, the Schneider has just completed a new design of the wire crusher tank, codenamed the Camulus Mule. Expect fierce competition for the upcoming contract. Oh. Is research not doing anything? Research is not doing anything. Well, that's never good. Alright, with that being said, let's get to engineering, right? And from engineering, we want to alter a new Warhorse series. Okay, Mark III. Cheaper, cheaper, cheaper. Same running gear. Better agility. Worse operational range. Less mass. I'm more concerned with agility than operational range, if I have to be frankly honest. Road wheels. These Mark IIs are more expensive. Give better operational range. Better road speed, but the same cross-country speed. Tempted to go with the cheaper variant, but we're not. Mark III sprocket is again lighter, less volume, better agility. Cross-country speed is less. Road speed is more. Honestly, the cross-country speed is what I'm most concerned with. Agility, a cumulative attribute that defines the potential of the tank to perform quick turns, brakes, and accelerate. It is of vital importance for a successful outcome in the reconnaissance phase, and also contributes to significant additional dodge potential during the battle loop phase. And I think I'm still going to go with this Rocket Mark III. We don't have a whole lot of options on the cooling, and track inserts we don't have a whole lot of options on. Okay, so we got the Warhorse Mark IIs being created. You're busy, you're busy, you're busy. Design isn't, but we don't have anything to design at this moment in time. We're just praying to get a contract. In order to meet the demand, we must purchase more raw material. This can be done at the warehouse. Be cautious with... Yeah, sorry boss, but we do not have money for purchasing materials right now. We need a contract. New tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, William Foster Company has just completed a new tank of the Fusillade tank codenamed Athena Mark I. Expect fierce competition for the upcoming contracts. Predicted balance. A new non-aggression treaty has been signed between France and Germany. Not good. We want war. We don't want peace. Okay, Warhorse Mark II has been completed. Alright, we could toss together new engine, new track, new machine gun, Mark I. Variant. No. Not enough change. Not yet. Remember to send your produced tanks to the customer. This can be done in the... To the customer? I don't have a customer. Thanks. I did lose the contract, right? Yeah. There's too much peace in the world. Okay, all of our Mark I's are completed, which will make the next contract, if we can last financially for the next contract a little bit easier to deal with. British Empire announces a new contract for 20 tanks. Yes! British Empire General Staff has issued a bid for a new tank, and the accompanying supply contract to equip its army with the Vanguard tank must meet strict requirements, and bidding companies are to offer around 20 to equip 2 battalions, already designers, da 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 da. Okay, let's offer our tank. Congratulations, you get 30, and we can rush it out the door pretty fast. And we'd like to make a little bit of money on our tank. Alright, I'm gonna go with like a 359 success score. Surely that's high enough. Do we have time for the shipping here? Give ourselves another day. Okay. Can we get that approved sooner than later? Accepted. Okay. Warehouse tank storage. We've got 30 that need to go out for the contract. Capacity 50. Take 12 days. No signed contracts are available. Choose a tank that has a sign. Okay, here we are. Deadline 11/27. So we have 11 days. This is a 12-day delivery speed. Capacity 21. Capacity 35, 18, 9, 8. The most expensive shipping contract is the only one that's going to work. Had they gotten back to me a day sooner, we could have gone with this one. Any other way to do this? No, this seems like the only option. Contract for battalion complete. The time is out for one of your contracts, and the 2 battalion regiment is now equipped with as many of your tanks that you managed to deliver. Hopefully you delivered all tanks as promised. We did. We now have 1.15 million. So we have a little bit of extra money to play with. What to do with our new flushness of cash? I may want to get a research lab of some sort. A structure lab is going to be 60,000. Now you're asking, why a structure lab? You seem to be focusing on mobility. Wouldn't a mobility lab make more sense? I believe that the structure items tend to take more time to research because they're larger components. They're like entirely new hulls, armor. These things are bigger, broader, more bulkier, harder to research things that take more time. So that's why I've gone with Structure Lab. I think it's going to be the one that's, at this point in time, going to give us the most bang for the buck. I could just go on a building spree, but then we might risk not having enough cash in the near future. Man-hour cost reduction for tank production. Yeah, we're gonna go with this building. So 2 buildings is what we're gonna build off of our new found wealth, and we are going to order some more resources because I'm sure we need them. And we're going to get them from Africa. All 9,000. All of that 600. Okay, that's 105. We're gonna not enough warehouse capacity. Oh, that's an interesting problem. I wish it showed us what we actually had, right? Wouldn't that be nice to have on this screen? Is something saying, hey, you have this many resources. What's under the cell screen? Iron and rubber? Not Asia, Africa. We'll zero this out. We can sign the order as is. Let's change this to something less. 2,000. Okay, that's going to be considerably cheaper, but it'll fit in our resource storage. Okay, and then we want to always have tanks producing. We don't want to have the factory sitting around idle. At the same time, do we really want to make more of the Mark 1s? No, but we don't have anything else to make yet. So we're going to make more of the Mark 1s. I think we're going to go with just 20. Excuse me. Alright, 20 more in production. Let's unpause. New tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, the FCM has just completed a new design of the Nest Buster tank, codenamed Tyrannus MLE-1. Expect fierce competition for the upcoming contracts. Resources ordered. Petrol octane has been finished. These are all things that are for the Mark. This is probably Mark 5. Low pass. Okay, so this could be the Hornet. Mark 5 Hornet. Probably Mark 5. We're not near having any of those at this point in time. Light naval gun. Yeah, it's probably time to get the steel. Did I click on factory grounds? I did, didn't I? Oh, well, that's what I wanted to click on. Okay. We need to expand our production, hire some additional workers in the... Go away, dude! I'm running this company. But we do have room for 50 more workers. Wait till we actually have something that we need to rush out the door. Okay. Financial report. World news. Major Swinton's proposal. Major General Swinton has today sent to the Committee of Imperial Defense an official proposal for the expanded deployment of bulletproof caterpillars able to destroy enemy machine guns in light of private offerings, paving the way forward in tank development. Constantly keeping up with the technological advancements, he has seen the potential of tractors to revolutionize warfare. Already Britain moves to finalize the Landship Committee and keep up with the increasingly intricate designs of the private sector. Military campaign in Oriental between British Empire and Belgium has started. Interesting. News, achievements, contract, HQ. Here you can find a list of battles and conflicts for your tanks might end up. It's the Hector Mark 1. That's not ours. Okay, we'll continue on. New resources have arrived. Yes. Africa. 9,000.1,000. Oops. Oh, we seem to have room. Yeah, we have room for the whole order. Well, we're going to do it then. Battle of Abba between British Empire and Belgium has begun. Series of low-intensity assaults and artillery barrages all over the front of Abba. Whether British Empire troops are looking for a flaw in the defense lines of Belgium's armies or distracting them from another assault is hard to say. We've just learned that a new offensive has begun. Keep an eye on the progress of the military campaign and corresponding battles. Check the headquarters report for this. Not our tank. So you used to be... This is one of the things... You used to be able to watch these battles in the demo. And it seems like they've taken that ability out. And that's one of the things... It's probably the main thing I don't like about the changes they've made. I liked watching the battles. Okay, RHA Steel was done. Huh? Oh, that's construction of the... Right. Got it. Probably the whip it all. Whip it real good. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Where should I go with bolted assembly? Because really we're wanting to redesign the Mark 1 into, I guess, the Mark 2. Is there a way to cancel this? Probably by clicking up here. /20. These are engineers. Can I get more than one research line? Is that a thing? Start. I'm skipping to bolted assembly because that'll be useful for the Mark II. Don't really want to do the whippet stuff quite yet, as that's what we're going to replace the Mark II with, is the whippet. So is there anything else I'm going to want on the Mark II? Probably the light naval gun. Yeah, I think we'll have to research this, and then we'll have everything needed for building the Mark II. Until then, I guess we're continuing to sell the Mark I. Sounds like a plan. New facility. What is it? No idea. But we have a new facility. I think it was for research. It was the structure lab, probably. Remember that your achievement status reflects both your and your opponent's progress towards victory. Make sure to plan your actions wisely to reap the benefits soon enough. New resources have arrived. Production of the 20 Mark 1s are finished. Should I throw another 20 on the line? Yeah, we should keep producing tanks. More tanks we have, the more money we make, right? How much room do we have for parking tanks? Stored tanks. It's not really giving me a storage capacity here. Well, let's go with another 20, I suppose. Or 10. We don't have enough glass for 20. Interesting. Alright, we'll go with 10. And then we're going to put in a delivery. with Oceania. So Oceania has the better glass price. $2,600. That should probably hold us over for a while. And all the iron. Unpause. Battle of Aba between the British Empire and Belgium has concluded. The Battle of Aba has finally come to an end, with the British Empire seizing the battlefield after fierce combat. No matter the odds, the 1st Battalion showed to be superior. That was not our tanks. Okay, we've got an assembly line now hooked up to the production hall. France has rearmed its cavalry regiment with new equipment, cavalry petard, as a result of increased military funding and strategic planning. Consider this when designing future tanks. Oh, here's our tank storage, 50. Alright. The shipment from Oceania is going to be late. A new alliance treaty has been signed. France and Switzerland have officially ratified the alliance treaty. Okay. Military campaign in South Aegean between the Ottoman Empire and Greece has started. Interesting. Battle of Watsa between the British Empire and Belgium has begun. Your tanks are not deployed. Your tanks are not deployed. It would appear that you have mastered the fundamentals and no longer require my guidance. You think. Okay, if you have any questions, you can always refer to the manual. Okay, go away, dude. Okay, 10 more Mark 1s are finished. We have 30 Mark 1s in storage. The Russian Behemoth. Reports from the east describe a massive weapon tested in Order of the Tsar. The gigantic Tsar tank seems to use 3 gargantuan wheeled links, 2 blimp engines, and is armed with a cannon and a machine gun in a central tower. World News, new tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, the William Foster Company has just completed a new design of the Fulisade tank, codenamed Athena Mark II. Expect fierce competition for the upcoming contracts. Battle of Kos between the Ottoman Empire and Greece. News, achievements, legend, global map. I want to take a look at the global map. So we've had a few things happening. Right now, we have this fight here in the South Aegean between the Ottomans and the Greeks. And Belgium and the UK have been doing stuff. Which one's Belgium? Okay, here we are. So I don't see any UK icons here in the Belgium area. So I guess they've managed to hold on to their land. It's an administrator. Okay, and we're going to go back to normally intended programming, already in progress. Okay, British Empire announces a new contract for 20 tanks. Excellent. We have tanks for you, Britain. Contract center. Contract requirements. We seem to meet the requirements. We have 30 tanks ready and raring to go. Let's lower the deadline down to get the success score up. $24, $25, $26, $27, $28. We're going to give ourselves a little bit more spare time, so maybe we can get cheaper shipping. And then we need to buff up the price. $349-ish, $339, $349, $330. Let's try $339. I think $349 is what we did last time and it was accepted, so we'll do $339. I want to get to a success score that seems to reliably work all the time while getting us maximum profit. I really thought that the 305 or whatever that I did the first contract under was going to do that, but it didn't. So we're going to slowly drop down until we get rejected. New tanks revealed. According to trustworthy sources, the Metropolitan Carriage and Wagon has just completed a new design of the exploitation tank, codenamed the Odysseus Mark II. Expect fierce competition. Okay, get back. Rejected. Our 339 was rejected. Yeah, that's a thing. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting 339 to be rejected. Okay, bolted assembly. Okay, we can probably start putting together the new hull, as these things aren't going to be required for the new hull. We don't have a site. RHA bolted. Not a lot of changes, huh? Man, I don't feel like we've accomplished enough changes to justify engineering this. We're not going to really get these unless we research a different hull. Structure, and crew safety. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Our production hall is currently not making anything, as I think 30 Mark 1s is enough to have sitting around. Mark 1, Mark 2 complete. I'm still kind of shocked that we got denied on that last contract. New tank revealed. We need a tank contract. German Empire and the Empire of Ethiopia have signed an alliance. Austria-Hungary and Italy have signed a trade agreement. Battle of Watsa between the British Empire and Belgium has concluded. Battle of Paros between the Ottoman Empire and Greece has begun. Pause. Improved common rounds. Alright, this light naval gun is the last thing that we're going to throw into the Mark II before we design it. Money is running down. Italy and France have signed a trade agreement. New tank revealed. Hector Mark II. Our tanks aren't deployed in anything. British Empire has gained control over the territory. Rival tank captured. British Empire has achieved a remarkable success by obtaining a rival's tank, Camillus Mark MLE. This extraordinary feat. Okay, we want that. How do we get it? Achievements, news, contract center, global map, administration, research. Global map? British Empire? Trophies? As if we don't. Fortunately for us, we just received news of captured intact rival tank. Make sure to study it thoroughly. This is the hull, engine, running gear, Primary weapon, secondary weapon. Running gear first. We're definitely running low on money now. That's not a good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah. I think we need to take a loan. Achievements. Contract center. Administration, probably. Five years. That's maximum amount. Don't like having a loan already. Daimler has just completed a new design of a cavalry tank. New contract for 23 tanks. I've got a deal for you, Britain. $34? I don't have 34 tanks. 30. You know, for science purposes, I might pay to view. I have to pay to view each one. God damn it! It's a lot of money, too. Here we go. Rejected? What have they done to this game? If I can't sell tanks, I'm gonna go broke. I mean, I like the fact that I have no idea what my enemy's designs are being offered unless I pay in a... I think the fee is too much to pay, honestly. I think it's really costly. Granted, it's costly now in the beginning of the game when I need to know. Later on, if I've sold a lot of tanks and I'm got a whole bunch of cash, that fee is not going to be anywhere near as harsh. So I don't know how to balance that. Maybe the fee goes up over time, but I think the fee needs to be less at this point in time. Well, crap. I need to figure out a reliable place to sell my tanks at. Jesus Christ, this is brutal right now. We've reverse engineered the char track. Okay. Warehouse day, da 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 da. I actually want to go to engineering. To tracks. Wait, 73.95. Alright, we're gonna do a char. That's our spring rollers versus their spring rollers. Ours are much lighter, take up a little bit more volume, have better cross-country speed, better road speed, better operational range. Cheaper? Yeah, it seems altogether our spring rollers are better. One, 3, 1. 2, 3, 2. 3, 2, 2. Lighter. Okay. Sprocket MLE. Light, less volume. Agility, road speed. Cross-country speed is terrible. Agility, road speed. I think this is the one I've been going with. I think it's altogether better than the current sprocket. Okay, so that's going to be the new, almost looks completely British, with the exception of the track itself, designed char track. Weight 4309, attribute sum 96, crew requirement 3. Wonder if this track is going to be better than the Warhorse Mark II. We will see. We will see. As we're going broke, slowly but surely. Engineer complete, Schneider Mark III. I don't think there's anything more to do in engineering, actually. I was thinking of redoing the Warhorse one more time, but I don't think any of those French parts are actually going to be better for the Warhorse. Because they weren't better for their own track, it deems to make sense that it wouldn't be better for the British track. Light naval gun. That's what we needed. Alright. That will complete, I think, what we need for the Mark II. So now we could probably get to making the Whippet. Alright. Engineering. I probably don't need to engineer the gun at all. No. Do I want to wait to use some of the stuff we're going to learn off of this new French tank? No. No. I don't. Design. Create design. Mark 1, Mark 2. With the Daimler Mark II. Okay, the other track won't work on this, so that's fine. So the Warhorse Mark II. Armored plate. Male sponson. Male sponson. 3-pounder. 3-pounder. So right now you're saying a 3-pounder, that's not as good as a 6-pounder. Well, in some ways you're right. But what this tank currently has a problem with is it's got a lot of crew in it. And those crew are getting in each other's way. The 3-pounder is going to require less crew to operate, thus making it a more efficient tank. And then the Hotchkiss. Armored machine gun seal. That's interesting, actually. No, we want the Hotchkiss in it. There we go. Select crew. Commander. The driver. Gunner. Gunner loader. Gunner mechanic. Yes. Loader straight up. Mechanic. Mechanic. Expendables. G Mark 2. I didn't put this in the first tank. Can't insert duplicates? Can't insert duplicates. Metro 47. Khaki brown, Brunswick green. Gonna go Brunswick green on this guy. And assign Mark 1, Mark 2. Weight. It's actually a little bit heavier than the original. Got a better attribute sum. Man-hour cost has gone up a little bit. Total cost has gone up a little bit. Less crew. So overall, it's a better tank that's a little bit more expensive. Between German Empire and Spain is concluded. Am I reverse engineering anything right now? I don't think I am. Hotchkiss weapons. Let's do the engine. Huh? Do I have to do them all separately? Why isn't it allowing me? I don't have any staff? Is that the problem? My staff is design and research. I don't have any idle with this. Okay. That's fine. I'm not going to hire more staff either. We already have enough problems. We'll just wait for the design bureau to finish, and then we'll go back to reverse engineering. British Empire and Liberia have an alliance treaty. Okay. So we send Mard, Spanish troops find country Mard. Does somebody want to give me a damn contract? All this fighting, and nobody's buying any tanks. So far, only the British have bought anything. I wonder... do I have to do something to... let's go to the world map. Spain, you're at war with somebody, right? It doesn't seem to be anything to do to cozy up to them. They're just not buying my tanks. Just not buying anyone's tanks. They need to start buying tanks. Medium hull has been researched. Back to mobility. Okay, Mark 1, Mark 2 is finished. Gonna send it over to the proving grounds. Test it with very little funds that we have left. And we're already running off of a loan. Our first Let's Play could come to an end rather quickly. Tank trials complete for the Mark 1, Mark 2. Back to the Design Bureau, where we're now going to throw money at it. The money we can't really afford to throw at it. Alright, now it's ready for test drive. Here we go in the Mark 1, Mark 2. Doesn't feel particularly more powerful than the last time. Actually, in some ways, it might feel weaker. Which doesn't make sense. It's got technically a better engine in it. This feels like it's performing worse. Two. Would somebody like to aim up? Why are the two things not lined up? Because I don't have the right gun. Yeah, that's better. I'm running out of time. We're gonna fail this test drive, I think, with what should be a better tank. Huh. So it has more armor. But it's not really that much heavier according to the stats. And it's got a better engine, so that should be able to adapt. I don't understand why this is performing so much worse than the Mark 1. Okay, miss them all. Exceptional performance. And it felt worse than the Mark 1. Well, we're ready to start producing it, but we still haven't sold the Mark 1s. And we're about to go bankrupt. So we are not going to produce it yet, obviously. We need to sell the Mark 1s. Unless a contract happens shortly, we're going to go broke. Yes. We need a contract immediately. Yeah, I thought I was pretty fiscally responsible in this run. The main thing was not winning those contracts. Not winning those contracts has completely screwed us over. And I certainly felt like we should have won those contracts. Dragons of Old. Looks like it's gonna be all over here. I don't think I can take out another loan. Improve low pass running gear. Yay! Okay, will it let us operate in the negative? Can we get another loan? Jesus. Nope. Only one loan allowed, evidently. Well, we'll go until we get fired. You have missed the submission deadline. What? Are you kidding me? I missed a contract. How did I miss a contract? Alright, folks. Well, a little bit frustrated, but I think this is going to wrap up this episode. So we have failed miserably. JJ's Arms Foundry is going out of business. So in the next episode, I think we're going to be restarting. Yikes. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I've got mixed opinions right now. So in other versions of the game, you could see your competitors and how much your competitors' tanks were liked. And knowing that information, you could tailor your contract to win. To win the contract pretty much every time. Now, unless you pay that exorbitant fee, you have no idea what you're competing against. So you don't know what to offer. That is good and it's bad. I think currently they've gone in the right direction, but I think it's out of balance. We need a way to... They need to lower the cost on spying on your enemy, your competition. It's too expensive to spy on them right now. Because if you thought about it, if we had won the tank contract, 30 tanks making maybe 5,000 to 8,000 profit off of 30 tanks. Let's say it's 8,000 profit, just for schmitz and giggles. 10 tanks would be 80,000. So 80,000 times 4 is 240,000. So you're looking at a profit margin of about 240,000. Now you're going to spy on that tank for the equivalent of pretty close to 100,000. Now you're going from making 240,000 down to 140,000. That's almost cutting your profits in half. Too expensive. But then again, some profit's better than no profit. So I guess in the next episode, in the next restart, we'll pay the fee and see how our run goes paying the fee. We went this run trying to not pay the fee, and we've gone bankrupt. So in the next run, we'll pay the fee and see how much better we do. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulphur Blade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying it. If so, please smash that like button. Consider subscribing. And until the next time, all, peace.